So we're at the RocHaus in West Dundee, Illinois. Fourth time I've actually interviewed you.
Really? Yeah, I bet. I bet
Chicago
like that.
Open Air, Cincinnati, the Forge, and now here.
Okay.
So we've been around, and I've been in recent months, just along with you guys. You guys have been nominated for Loudwire's Best New Artist Award. You've walked the red carpet at the Alt Press Awards. You presented an award. How are you guys taking in the accolades and opportunities that you guys have been receiving the past few months?
I mean, we're appreciative of them, but I don't think we're, you know us, pretty chill.
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah, we don't like let it go to our heads. It's a really cool thing, but I mean, it really isn't like there's no stopping. There's no like going like, all right, cool, right on. Like there's really nothing that we can do in a moment or in any sort of anything like that that's going to really make us like be like relaxed and like, okay, cool, like right on, we're all set, we're good now. Yeah. It's always like, all right, great, awesome, that's cool to hear. What are we gonna do next? Yeah, that's how our minds work. And I mean, I don't know. That's probably one of the reasons why
you just don't want to get you don't want it to just be steady. You kind of want to push yourselves. Obviously, each time you do something.
Yeah,
that's just how you're supposed to be in life.
Yeah,
don't settle for what's less than what you want.
Yeah, we stress too much on everything. We're too much like, is this cool or is it not cool? If it's not cool, then we're bummed. If it's cool, then great. If it's cool, then we don't pat ourselves in the back for it. That's how.
And as a group, all four of you, do you guys have input on everything you guys do? Like, do say you want to do something, but David says no, we shouldn't. Do you kind of have that happen with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say we all contribute in different ways. Like everybody has their place to shine, whether it comes, songwriting all the way down to setting up on stage, all the way down to merchandise. I mean, all the way down to fixing a tire on the van. Like everybody has their things that they're good at, and it's all important, and it's all it's all something that could be overlooked, but it shouldn't be.
And who's the guy that's good at fixing the tire on the van?
That'd probably be Matt. Yeah, he's like the alpha. Does everything. He cooked all this breakfast this morning.
We were thinking you were the alpha, but we weren't really.
No, yeah. I mean, we all have
you all have
our moments. There's moments. There's my strengths that I'm great at that I will stand up for. And if David has a difference of opinion, then we understand that. There's always going to be differences of opinion and things like that, and it's always just like, well, what's the best thing to do? It should never be about the fact that you just want to be right. It should be about what's the best thing for everybody, and that needs to be the mindset. And that's what our mindset has always been. Even with songwriting, we'll talk about a part for forever, and then if we just come to a thing where we both don't love it, then we'll just go, well, then this isn't what we want to be doing. Yeah. So.
And speaking of that too, do you guys obviously social media is huge. Do you guys kind of think things out before you post them on social media, so you don't look like a douchebag or calling people out or anything like that? Because I see a lot of local bands who, unfortunately, doing that is kind of shoots them down.
I see bands do that in Arizona. I'm friends with a lot of local bands there, and there have been a handful of bands that say stupid shit, and I'm always like, what are you thinking right now? I don't think that we're those types of people.
You're not, but I'm just thinking like, do you overthink things before you hit send?
No, not really. I mean, maybe there's certain posts where, because I run most of it. I do most of the socials. Very rarely, but I'll ask somebody. I'm like, yo, is that stupid? Is that cool? Is that
smart
weird?
To ask it?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I get a second opinion, no problem. But usually everything's pretty chill, and I know, I'm pretty confident in branding us and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to come off as that band.
No, we don't.
For sure.
And like I said, I've seen other bands do it. Most like quote unquote professional bands don't really do that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, because they're smart with it. Yeah. They know what they're doing, and then they kind of think things out before it actually happens.
Yeah.
And, like you said, calling out bands or calling out a venue or.
Oh, dude, yeah. I see people they talk shit to each other online, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are thinking, man.
And working as a PR, and like now I'm a publicist too, so it's kind of like I see that I don't want to work with those people.
Yeah,
just because it's like it's unprofessional, and like do it on your own time, do it in your own area, but kind of keep it off.
Yeah,
like stop with the drama.
Yeah, and you see someone doing it to somebody else, you can bet that they're going to be doing it to you
sooner or later.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's the part you don't want.
Yeah.
So do you ever sit back and reflect at what has changed with you and the band over the past year? You have time to sit and reflect.
I probably do have time, but I don't think I do it for some reason. How much it's changed in the past year? It's hard. Like it all really washes together a lot, and I think we're just so focused on what we're doing right now and what we're going to be doing that I don't really stop and think about what what you're saying. What has happened? Like
like just
things
like
we've done.
how your life has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, all the radio play, all the different awesome freaking festivals you guys have.
No, yeah. I mean, there'll be a moment where we'll go like, "Yo, that was rad," and then that's it.
And then you
It's
kind of move on.
yeah. It's more about right now. It's more about, like we were talking about before, it's more about what we're going to be doing and how we're going to get there. It's not really,
Growing is
yeah. Really don't like to sit back and talk about how cool we are or like how cool stuff was for the most part. It's a quick thing where we go, that was rad, all right, cool, And the idea is to keep working hard enough to keep doing those things over and over and over again and on a higher level. So if we're not paying attention, we'll fall behind. That's how we think.
And we were speaking of award shows earlier. Why do you think the Grammys have kind of pushed rock and metal away?
Well, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
Okay.
I feel like almost my whole life, as far as I can remember, they didn't honor rock and metal very much.
Not really.
Yeah.
They never have. Really.
Yeah. But I feel like in the last 3 to 5 years,
It's changed a little bit.
they've started
more.
recognizing. Yeah, they started recognizing
Mastodon.
interesting. Yeah, Code Orange, Gojira, blah blah blah. Like everybody, right? Like I think Gojira was.
Gojira was on there.
All kinds of great bands. And then I remember August Burns Red and Hailstorm and Seven
Fighters
Dust,
are
and
always up there.
all those kinds of bands. Yeah, all kinds of and diverse bands. They're not all like rock or all metal or all hardcore. Like they're all like a mix, and I think that's great. And I do think that it sucks. I mean, so I think that part of it is cool. That's a step in the right direction. Putting bands on there that are actually, I don't want to say worthwhile, but no, but like
Mainstream. No.
I can't think of the word now, but yeah, relevant. Is what I was gonna say. Because they were doing bands that I was like, why are this band has been around for 15 years?
Well, think about it when like Metallica lost Best Album to who was it back in the Jethro Tull? It was like totally wrong.
Right, and that was the same. And that was the same thing, right? It's like at that time, I don't know how old Jethro Tull was.
Everybody knew them, but nobody really.
Yeah.
They knew Metallica.
I know Aqualung, and that's the only song I know. I think. Not that that's everybody else, but I mean, they got the flute, right? I know them. They got the flute. My dad likes them. So it's like, I think it's cool that they're stepping in the right direction to start putting more relevant bands on the ballot. I know we were on the ballot to be on the ballot, which was kind of interesting, which is really cool.
I was wondering.
We didn't get put on, obviously, but I don't know. I think it's cool, but I do think that it's when the time comes, I'm sure once it gets popular again, they'll put metal and rock on TV when it's popular again. But they'll wait for like the people. They'll wait for the trend to happen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Because everyone's afraid to get behind it. So.
And just a few years ago when they had Nine Inch Nails and Foo Fighters play together, and they kind of blew them off at the end of the show. Kind of killed them. So it's like they come short. It's like you let them play for 1 minute. It's like it's it. 1 minute.
Yes.
So I hope the sound doesn't kill us. But last month you guys played Shiprock, the cruise.
Yes.
I saw you in your Bermuda shorts and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what was that experience like for you? Being out on a cruise, being on stage.
Yeah. It was like one of the coolest things ever. Like, people like told us about it. It's like, all right, cool. It's gonna be okay.
We're gonna lose it.
Yeah. You wanna do anything?
So you guys were playing Shiprock last month. How has that experience? What did you take out of that?
Yeah, it was like something like nothing you've ever done. Like being on a boat, playing on the top of. I've never been on a cruise anyway.
Okay.
So being on a boat, being on a cruise, it was like the first night, man. Like Seether came on at like 5 or 6, and it was the sunset, and we were just chilling, having a drink, and like I was standing up on top of the deck, and they just ripped into some song and whatever, and it was just so cool. I was like standing there like, oh, I get it. Like in like that moment, I was like, I get why this is so cool. You know what I mean? And the shows were great. We did one down below in like a club, and it was packed out.
I saw that one too.
It was crazy energy. And then we did one up on top of the deck, and it was like MTV Spring Break. Like we brought out a bottle of Jameson. Like
Totally forgot about that.
yeah, dude, we like drank. Like we all killed a bottle of Jameson with the crowd in like 3 minutes. Like we just handed out shots and just tried to make it into a party. And that was when I wore those shorts. And like we like stayed up all night and drank, and then like got drunk in the morning. We just like had like a party day that day.
Okay, I was gonna say, what else did you do? You kind of just partied the whole time.
You really just partied the whole time. But then honestly, like I was laying low too. I was chilling because I was trying to really save my voice a little bit. And it was just so cool because there's so many bands on it and there's a bunch of friends. So everyone's just running into each other all the time, and then we would all get on the stage with each other, and we would all like go and support each other and that kind of thing. So really cool camaraderie as well.
Earlier this week, you guys announced that you'll be playing at Download Festival in Europe.
We're doing Download France. Yeah.
Download France.
Yeah.
Headliners of Ozzy, Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses. Have you been to Europe yet?
I've never been.
Never been to Europe.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to at that festival then?
Well, I was asking friends that have played it before, and they were just like, I was like, is it like Rock on the Range? Is it like that kind of thing?
Too.
They said it's like that, but way bigger. So I was like,
Because
oh,
it's 4 days.
damn. Yeah, it is. Marilyn Manson headlines the day we're on.
Okay. Gotcha.
So they kind of told me it's like Rock on the Range in like Chicago open air, but just bigger. So that sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because I played those and they were pretty big. So we're stoked, man. Like we're announcing some other dates over there as well too. So
Yeah, well, there's 2 dates that you guys are on over there right now, right?
I don't know what's announced yet,
Okay.
so I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to say.
All right, so we'll Download Festival.
I know
for now.
Download France for now.
Gotcha. Today's February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Do you have a special someone in your life?
Yes.
Who would that person be?
Someone at home.
Someone else. You're allowed to say her name.
Arizona. She likes me not to talk about.
Okay, then you're good. Do you have a favorite candy?
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Oh yeah, you asked me about that.
I had to move that in there.
That's so awesome. Oh my god.
You gotta get your face in
Oh
here.
yeah, check this out. Get in here. So get it. You got so you can see. Oh, you can't even see,
You
but
can't even see yourself.
can you see yourself? There you go. Get your eyes. Get your eyes. In there. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Dead dog.
So there's Joe's little candy gift.
I don't know if you can. There's Reese's in there. There's all kinds of good stuff.
You can take stuff out and show it to
There's
us.
Jameson in it.
There is Jameson shots. Smart girl.
Drinks together.
Fantastic, dude. Thank you. Chocolate and liquor. That's fantastic.
How can you go wrong?
Thank you.
So each show for you guys is basically a new adventure, new fans, new experiences. Do you plan ahead before going to cities, or do you just kind of like wing it? Like you plan on like kind of seeing what's in the area, restaurants, all that.
You know what? Sometimes we do. Yeah, like I don't know. Well, we did. We did it in New York. We were there. We went to Niagara Falls together.
Yes, I saw that.
Thing.
Yeah.
Universal Studios. I mean, we try to just do what we can. I mean, Universal Studios in Orlando. We walked around there. It was pretty cool because we played at the Hard Rock, which was right there.
Okay.
New Year's Day snuck in though. We should have done that. We should have gone with them. They snuck into Harry Potter Land or whatever. We didn't go. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. We tried to a little bit, but I don't think the main focus is the show. So, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah. It was a very. The answer was all over the place, but yeah, sometimes.
So this one is an interesting one. You guys have a fan group called Dead Nation, where fans can share stories, photos, experience with you guys, and are all a part of the group. You guys are a part of the group.
Yes.
Some fans are trying to come up with a moniker.
I saw that.
The Dead fan.
I saw that.
I personally am not a fan of labels, especially the group.
Okay.
It's good enough as it is for me as a Dead Nation.
Yeah.
Give me your input on what you suggest.
For the name?
For the name.
Well, that's the problem. Okay, so the problem is that we in the band have discussed this for a very long time, and we can't come up on like something that we all agree with, really. I know you guys came up with the Dead Dolls, which is great for girls. That was because we came up with these terrible names for it, and then we talked about like dead babies.
You can't be
stuff like
Deadheads
that.
because that's already been done.
Yeah, Deadheads is done. Yeah, it's we'll probably have to sit down and like put our foot down and come up with something that actually works. I heard the Deadites and I like it because isn't that from like the Pinhead?
I think so. I haven't
Is that
really
the name
looked
of
into
the-
Deadites.
Yeah, I think that was the name of like his like minions from hell. I can't remember. I don't want to be wrong about that either. But anyway, yeah, from Hellraiser. Yeah, but anyway.
So what have you guys thought about it?
Well, I mean,
Does it even matter?
It matters to me if it matters to the fans, you know. But ultimately, to me, no, it doesn't. I guess
They're just fans. To me, they're fans of your band. Awesome. I mean, obviously you have maggots, you have knuckleheads,
right.
You have people that like the name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no. I mean, I just like Dead Nation. I mean, I always just I like. I mean, I might call them like the Dedicated or something like that. That might be kind of cool. I just thought of that right now. So
that's
I don't
an
know.
interesting one. Dedicated.
Because that's what
on the page.
Because that's for me like part of what Dead is. So I mean, even though we didn't plan on that. Yeah.
So any new music that we could look forward to from you guys in the near future? Or you guys even thinking about that?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I wouldn't say in the near future for anybody, but I would say we started writing when we were home for the first time since we were doing Dead.
Over the holidays?
Yeah, over the holidays after the Pop People tour. I started writing on my acoustic a lot, and David was writing in the studio. He sent me over some music, like some riffs and a chorus and a couple things. So I started writing over that a little bit. I have like some choruses and stuff. So, and then when we get home this time, I'm sure we're gonna write more, and you know, we want to chip away at it over time rather than trying to do it all in like a
one-time
3-month block and be like, all right, whatever you get right now is gonna be it. We don't like that.
Yeah, I was listening to a Howard Stern interview today with oh shit, I forgot who it was, but he goes, do you kind of just sit in a room or do you just kind of wait for stuff to happen and then you kind of just go with the flow?
Right.
Because it seems like most bands try to push everything at once, but then they lose substance.
Yeah.
But if you just, kind of like you said, write the lyrics as you're sitting down, listening.
Yeah.
Dave's doing it when he's out.
Right.
He's sending it into you.
Yeah.
And are you guys going harder? Because I remember you saying you're looking for a harder sound.
Yeah, I mean,
which I don't know how much harder you can get. Because you guys got some hard shit out there.
I mean, I want it to be. I want the heavier parts to be heavier, and then I want, we still want to have all of our anthematic parts. I want to have big choruses. I mean, it's going to be everything that you like about the band will stay in the band, but we just want to maybe experiment a little bit.
See, I like diversity and how you change too.
Right.
I have no problem with change.
Right.
I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So like when a band kind of goes off a little bit into something else, you start losing fans, but then you gain others.
Right.
So it's like, but you grow again. We're back to growing as a band.
Right. Well, we're not going to abandon anything though. You know what I mean? So everything that you like about it will still be there. And I don't even want to say what exactly will happen, like it'll just be kind of like whatever we end up doing.
What it is.
Yeah, like really whatever comes out. I try not to like think about it too much. I try to just let my my energy flow the way it wants to.
And Hate Me's been out for a few weeks as a single. Do you have any more singles coming off the album, or is this?
I don't know yet. This might be the last one. I mean, unless it just blows off the roof and does amazing.
It has been.
It's been doing great. 41, I think now. Yeah, up to 41 this week. So that's pretty fast. So it's I mean, it's awesome. It's on the big ends too. I think last week. So yeah.
And who's some of your favorite up and coming bands right now that you've kind of been paying attention to?
Newer bands. Well, I like Cane Hill a lot. Their new album's great. I think I was kicking it with Tyler from Afterlife, which is a really cool band from Florida.
Yeah, I'm really into Bad Wolves right now.
Bad Wolves, haven't heard of them.
That's Tommy Vex from Snot.
Okay.
From Westfield Massacre. They did the cover of Cranberry Zombie.
Okay, I heard about it. I didn't hear it yet.
It's phenomenal.
Cool?
I love it.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out sometime.
Yeah,
they're on a couple festivals, I think, with you guys.
Are they? Okay. Well, then I'll
check them out.
Try to check them out. You never know. You got those festivals. You'd love to just hang out and be a fan.
There's so many things going on.
But yeah, they're great. If I could go through my Spotify, I could come up with a bunch of stuff, but it's hard right now.
So that's where you find all your music is Spotify, or how do you
iTunes or Spotify, or like just friends sharing stuff like Facebook and things like that. But all kinds of places. But yeah, like I'll go around on like playlists on Spotify, or I'll go on like iTunes when there's like a release night, like when it's like Friday or whatever it is, and like just go through like the new stuff and just try to see what's up with it, listen to it all. I like to find new stuff on my own for sure.
Anything else you want to say to the camera before we go?
No, thanks for. Well, I mean, yes, thanks for supporting everything and get the single right now. And
69 cents right now.
Says right now, man.
All over.
It helps with radio a lot. I'm telling you, we appreciate it, and we're out with POD and Islander on tour for the next couple weeks. Come out to the show. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Joe, as always, man.